Hi, welcome to All About the Alternative live. And this is the 19th uh, celebration, the 19th year celebration of this channel. And I'm kind of off to the side here, so I didn't realize that. Sorry about that. So, welcome into my channel. And I hope if you're joining me, you can say who you are, say hi, and just come on in and join me for my celebration today to celebrate 19 years of this channel. 19 years ago, I started it up, put up my first videos, and and it went from there. And they were, of course, not monetized videos at the time because nobody did that back then. So yeah, it was just you saw that I put up a lot of stuff about fame. So, of course, I mean, I've said this many, many times, but of course, it needs to be said today because that's what I did back then. And I'm proud to say that one of the videos just recently, actually, I never expected any video to grow as big as this one actually did. But of course, the one is the Star Maker one, and it has hit 3 million views. And may have taken a long time to get there, but it actually has 3 million views on that one. Too bad it's not monetized, but you know what? It's the one that's the most boost of my channel. So, hey, that's the way it works. That's the way it works. I have fun with this channel. That's about all I can really say. So it's 19 years, and so I'm here, and I have lots to celebrate today, and I don't know if this is going to catch on today because who knows who's around at this time of day. But I thought I'd try it at this point and see how it goes. So yeah, if you come on in and join me, and so if you let's see what happens here today. I don't know where my desktop stuff is. Oh, there it is. Oops. Let's try that again. Let's put that in there. There we go. Wanted to add that in to, if you come on in and say hi and see how it goes. So yeah, hi Thomas. Thanks for you joining me today. I just wanted to do this. I didn't know who was going to join me or who wasn't, but I really wanted to do this today. You might hear some construction noise outside. Hopefully, it's not going to get in on camera or on the microphone. I didn't know that they were going to do it today at all, so you might hear some of that going on. So that might interfere a little bit, but hopefully not. So I don't know how much of anybody's really been watching my videos or not, but most of the ones from the most recent ones from 2024 on have all been my new stuff and all of my new all of the new concept that I have for this channel, which is the alternatives. And if you watched my video from the other day, you know that Google has recognized me as the Gadget Lady. So when I typed in "who is the Gadget Lady," it came up with exactly that. And so that's what I think I've achieved what I set out to be. I guess I was always referred to as the Gadget Lady before, so I just used it here, and so it's my persona here is that I'm the Gadget Lady. Anyway, so actually I've seen a lot of other channels. I've looked up some other channels, and they don't even come up when you go do kind of search like that. So that was kind of neat to actually have that kind of recognition from Google that they actually recognize that. So I found that kind of neat. And so you can go back and watch those video I did on Friday. Actually, I just read out the definition that that YouTube has, or YouTube actually Google has for me. I keep calling it YouTube's Google definition. I did not write that. Google wrote it. So it's got me down to a T. Absolutely. So yeah, um, I don't know if anybody else is going to join me today and say hello and say hi and see what I'm just celebrating a technical milestone. I mean, YouTube is 20 years, and with all the stuff that's happened this year, hitting this milestone of 19 years, and next year will be 20 years for me. So if I last that long, hopefully, there's no reason why I shouldn't. Then we'll make it even bigger next year. I don't know how many channels have been around for that long. So, uh, hey, time to celebrate, right? My other channel, actually, I did have another channel that I started up before this one, which I did some other things on, some other TV shows actually that I had going in that one. I showed some bloopers and stuff like that I was trying to bring up in that one. And that one is also 19 years old as well, because I started up that one prior to this one. And then I thought, well, I got all this fame stuff. Let's put it up online. And no one was paying for YouTube back then to, if you were a content creator back then, you paid for it. So you had the choice of 10 minutes or 100 megabytes of your file that you could put up. And if you wanted to go anything bigger than that 10 minutes or 100 megs, you were paying for it. The creator was paying for it. We weren't being paid for it back then at all. So, of course, back in September 29th, 2006, I started uploading all of those videos, and that's the way it went. I realize that saying a timeline is kind of goofy these days, but that is my timeline, basically. I started it up, and I had comments that were coming in, and sometimes I would, respond to some of the comments. Some of them, they were being responded to by other people, so I just let them respond to each other at times. But and there was a time when I just kind of let it be dormant for a little while because I didn't have time for it. I just put it up and did my thing. I had a lot of work to do, a lot of family stuff to do, and I just didn't have time for it. So I just left it go, and then I suddenly decided, I started seeing how YouTube was changing, and suddenly it was becoming that people were getting paid for it and getting monetized. And I think at one point it was a lot harder to actually to get the monetization. And then they opened up the rules that they just had to have 1,000 subscribers and you had to have 4,000 watch hours. And I was meeting all of that already. So again, time being a factor and life being a factor, I wasn't quite ready to do it at that time. And then suddenly in 2023, I just sort of said, well, you know what? I got a little extra time on my hands. I can start up and do some other things. And what better way to do it than what I actually am is the alternative. I put alternatives into my lifestyle, into my life. I think it's completely, if it's not, it's something I live. It's what it's me. And so what better niche to have than the person I actually am, and look for different ways to do things, look for different ways to, fix things. If I have to fix something and show how to fix something, I am right there to, show somebody how to handle something if they need to, something breaks down, rather than having to go out and buy a new one. Let's see what's going wrong with it and fix it first. So that was always my thing. And so I always did that. And then I have all the alternatives for foods and stuff like that. I've done a lot of recipes and stuff like that I'm still working on how I'm going to actually put them onto the channel, because I really want to, but it's coming. I want to do that. But there's, I have to have the right spacing to do it, and the right camera angle to, to do everything. So I'm just still working on that. I'm still working a little bit on that. But it's coming. And I've done some things. We're sitting right here and showing what I've done, and talking about it and what to do for some of the things I've come up with. So that's one of the things. And so there's lots more to go. I don't know if this is going to be too noisy, but it's getting really hot in here. Okay. So yeah, so I'm working away at it, and everything is, everything a little bit at a time. I got lots of time to go. I'm sure there's, plenty of time to work on my channel here with lots of things that I can do. Of course, that hacking incident in June really sparked a lot of things for me that I really am, I'm glad that I got the channel back. And there's no stopping this channel now. Let's, keep going. And so I'm working on everything as I go, and all of those outburst game cards. That is another thing that I'm working really hard on to do I do some of the research for those cards. I don't just read out the card, I do whole research on it, and then I put it out. And I know I got a comment this morning responding to my comment in regards to helping me with my channel. You know what? My channel is small. I don't make a whole lot of money on this channel. I have enough subscribers and all that, and I'm hoping to grow more subscribers. It's always good to get more subscribers. You're always welcome to subscribe, and hopefully you'll like the what you see, and you'll be able to press the like button for any of the videos that you watch. And if you know anybody who's interested in my channel, please share it with whoever you'd like to share it with to come join my channel and learn more. And we're still working on, I'm still in the early stages of doing my behavioral science stuff. So I do really want to do that. Oh, Thomas, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oops, it's the wrong one. Thank you. Sorry, I'm working on this. Thank you so much, Thomas. I appreciate that a lot. And this thing doesn't really tell me which one it is, so I appreciate that so much. And I've been working really hard on this, so all the behavioral science stuff, it's more or less just for the discussions and everything else. So even if we don't go over a book when I open up as a live for that, we'll just take it one step at a time. And the more it grows, the more better it is. And I'm open to all parts of that discussion, as I've been trying to explain as it goes. So anyway, it's very appreciated for everything that I can do for this channel. And if there's anything you'd like to see me do for this channel, please put in the comments or put here, whatever you'd like to. Maybe there's something that I'm missing that I'm not doing for my channel that could be done. I don't know. Like I said, I did have that comment earlier this morning. I actually saw that there was a comment to one of the comments before about helping me with my channel. Go ahead and help me out with the channel, but I don't have, the channel is small. So I'm working at it very slowly, and, I know lots of other channels get thousands of views and everything else, but I have a sincere group of people that do come into my channel and see my channel, and that's probably even better. And so little by little, it can grow more and more every time. So yeah, it's always appreciated. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to get any more people coming in. Hopefully I'll get some more people coming in too. And I might do another one. I might do another one this afternoon. Just maybe there might be a different audience coming in at that point. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes and how much time I have later on. And just because, it's a great way to celebrate is to be online. And I figured I'd do it as a live. I was actually going to do it just as a, make a show and post it. I thought, hey, I'll do it as a live. Anybody can join me in this morning, and hopefully it's going to be, many more years. As you said, 19 more to more 19 more years. I can look forward to that. I'm not going anywhere. This, even if, I do a little bit at a time. I don't have an actual schedule, because a lot of times I try to do, like I said, I do a little research towards some of my videos, and then it's all the editing. So my actual time of saying, hey, I'm going to post this day or whatever, I aim for Thursday to actually do, but it doesn't always happen because, life is life. So I keep going as I keep going, and that's all I can really do. And hopefully If you are seeing this on the replay and that, you can give me a like and a subscribe as well. And look forward to a lot more coming from me for this channel. I've got all these little gadgets and things like that as well. And I'm sure there are lots of other gadgets out there that I can bring in and show and talk about what they are. I'm going to do some actual follow-up reviews coming actually about some of the things I did already. So I'm going to do sort of a follow-up on a couple of things that have come up about some of the things I've shown. So some of the rechargeables even, I do have follow-ups for those. And so, my big deal of rechargeables, that's a big thing. So I keep that going all the time. And I'm looking forward to that new thing that's coming out with YouTube as well, that they're going to have, that you can do not just the collaborations, but you can also just have somebody come in on the live as well. You can have somebody join the live without having to use other platforms to do it. So I'm looking forward to that. As soon as I get that availability to do that, I definitely want to bring in some other people that I want to bring in to explain things that they're talking about, and maybe showcase some other channels that would like to join me too. I do have a policy normally not to talk about other channels unless they're actually saying, hey, you want me to talk about other channels. So I try to do that when I get the opportunity to do that, but I don't really mention other channels, other channel names or anything. I do have social media concepts, and I will be very honest with that. There's some things I just see, and there's people that are on my YouTube, on my channel, that have never heard of any of this stuff that somebody's doing or something like that. So they're learning a bit about those things from my channel, to know what's going on out there in social media. And so that's why I'm bringing them up, and I'm trying to just do that as I go. And so that's that's one of the things that I try to do. And like I said, I don't mention what the creator is that's doing it. Usually it's several that are doing the exact same thing. So I just try to bring in, hey, this is what somebody's doing, and how it's being done, and opens a discussion to say, hey, why are they doing that? And hopefully we can start up some lives and maybe even talk about those even. I'm not for channels that that think that something spiritual has created them to start their channel, which I have voiced many times. I'm sure that I think that is kind of a weird move by some of the channels, and particularly one of them that basically said that God told her to start her channel and give her advice because he told her to do so. I think that's a little bit icky. So personally, I just think that that's wrong. But that's the way that it's just grown her channel quite a lot. So what can I say? That's the way it works, I guess. If I wanted to embellish something, I guess I could make up something, I guess, for my channel. It's not quite like that at all. Especially when it comes to that behavioral science stuff, it's all just, hey, I started looking into all this information, gathered all these books, and learned as I went. And the whole play and learn thing, it just was play and learn with that. All I wanted to do was to know about it, and to put some theories to a thought. And then I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to share it with everybody as well, because that's what my channel is all about. And, we can learn from each other. So if you come into one of those lives and you have a different background, or you have something as well, hopefully that'll, when that thing as well comes in, that you can actually bring somebody else into the channel, they can talk about what their knowledge is and share it as well, rather than just doing it through the channel and have it through comments. So I'm hoping that that's going to work out well for my channel. This is going to be something very different for me. So I could do it through Rumble, because I do have Rumble as well, but I'm sort of it didn't seem to catch or work. So I have to work on how that's going to do. Maybe I just have to do a test run and get them connected, and then I can actually do that stuff too without it. But hey, like I said, all of this stuff is play and learn, and I'm not really paying for any of the services to do any of this because, like I said, small channel. I'm only making a small amount of money doing this. It's the only way I can do it, and so I just do a little bit at a time, a little bit here and there, and I don't overdo my time that I'm working on all of this. So that's basically how it is. So that's one of the things I worked on. Anyway, so like I said, if you're coming in and joining me, hopefully you can say hi and tell me who you are and tell me a little bit about you. Um, if you're joining on the replay, you can always put into the comments, hey, you were here and you saw the video. And obviously I'm still working on my ums and ohs and all that stuff, and even when I'm doing the editing, I can't take every single one of them out, or my video would look maybe a little spotty. There you go, I'm doing it now. So that's just it's the way things work, and it's just talking to my camera and telling you hi, and and trying to do as much as I can with working with this the way it is. So that's all I can do. And it's going to catch on eventually. I mean, that's the way. I didn't do a whole lot of lives up until, like, I did a couple of them last year, and then towards this year I started doing a few more. And I got a little discouraged about a month ago because I was doing a live, and as I did the live, and I had likes and I had views, and the next thing I knew, when I got off the live and I went to go and maybe I checked on it later on that day, all the likes had been removed. I don't know why. And all of the all the views had been removed too. So it was showing there was only like the views that happened maybe after the live had taken place, maybe were showing, but none of the actual views had been shown, and they didn't come back either. And I'm not sure why, how the monetization part of it works for that part of it. I'm still learning on that part of it, but I'm assuming that I didn't look like I got anything for the monetization for those. So it does seem kind of weird, and YouTube's playing some game here that I'm not quite sure what's going on. So if somebody does know what's going on with that, or if they're going to fix that problem, maybe they can let me know and put that down below as well. There's not much I can really do about that. So going strong. That's all I can hope for, and all I can do. When I have time to do things, I could try to do a video a day. I could. Okay, I got disconnected somehow there, but we're back. I'm back here. I'm not quite sure how that got disconnected. Okay. So this one, nope, I'm still connected here. I don't know. I had a little glitch there. And then, of course, they're working on this construction outside, so you're probably going to hear some of that. I apologize. If you can hear it, maybe just let me know, and I will try to adjust my volume on my microphone. Sometimes that'll make me too low, so just be forewarned for that. But I can't control when they do their work outside. Sometimes it's landscaping that they do. Sometimes it's vacuuming out in the hallway. That's just probably what you're hearing. Part of that is vacuuming in the hallway, and so what can I do? So there we go. Of course, it's gonna go a little crazy. Just bear with me a second here while I fix that. Yeah, it's working. Sorry, everybody. Never know when these things are going to happen, so I don't have control over that. Actually, I can do something about that. that might make it a little quieter. Of course, that's the way this works. That's what happens in a live. You have everything going on in the world around you, so that's going to be heard. Okay, that is just how it is. So, yeah. So that's all I'm doing. I'm celebrating today that 19th year, and like I said, let's hold off for next year as well. That hopefully I'll have it'll be a bigger milestone because it's 20 years. But of course, YouTube itself is 20 years. So I tried looking up, and I guess that is what I was looking up at the time, was how many channels were 19 years and or 18 years at the time, even, because according to that, it has to go over the date to say that I'm 19 years. But YouTube, so there is in Wikipedia actually a list of YouTubers, but because my first name isn't on it, I guess I got lost in the system somewhere. So of course that doesn't show up. But when I went to search for my actual channel name, and I went to search for my name, it came up. So it's kind of neat to be actually out there. I've got a social media presence. And that is exactly, like I said, YouTube and Google wrote out that description of my channel without my writing that. So, they came up with that. Really, what kind of neat way is that? So it's cool. YouTube knows me, Google knows me, I guess. And it's a slow process to get to know me, get to know more about my channel, and whoever joins in on my channel and on the live, and if you can join me on more of my lives, that would be really appreciated. It would be really good. It's all never know how it's going to go. So let's hope this time it doesn't actually delete all my views and likes, because and then someone said actually on one of the other shows I was watching that somebody deleted their views, and I didn't know, like, maybe that's what happened to them. They didn't actually delete their views, the YouTube did it. So it does seem to be something that's a glitch somewhere, and you never know. So I don't know if there's anybody else that is joining in on the live here, but like I said, if you're joining in later on and you're joining on the replay, you can always put a comment below and say hi. And I just had a need today to celebrate. I know that it's something that it's not really a milestone, but it's a milestone to me. And a couple months ago, I didn't know the channel was still going to be here, so who knew? And so that's really something else. To me, that's really important. And I've enjoyed doing this. This is, if nothing else, forget the monetization, forget all the other stuff. I enjoy that I've been here and sharing all the stuff I've been sharing, and I have so much more, so I'm looking forward to all of that. And this is just, you never know how it's going to go. So, yeah. I'm actually going to try for another live actually this afternoon, I think, to see if there's a different audience. You never know what's going on there. And, like I said, I don't want to step on anybody else's toes as far as where their channels have their lives that they do, or when they put out their shows. So I try not to step on that. And of course, that only leaves so many spaces open for me to say, hey, I've got this time slot and I can get in here and do all this. So that was a big thing for me to do that. Today, I just needed to say hi. And, 19 years I had to celebrate. So this is one thing. So I guess I'm not getting too many more people coming in today, or for the morning, which is fine. I mean, in fact, the morning time is the audience is probably very busy in their mornings. I know I do have a UK audience, so their time frame is a little different than what I've got here. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to close out for this morning is nice, good timing. So I don't know how much more time I'm going to spend today, or this morning rather. And I might set up for a second run this afternoon. Hopefully you'll join me. And uh, like Thomas said, I'm looking forward to 19 years more, many, many more. And I've got lots of content coming. And join me this afternoon if you've not joined me for this one, or even if you joined me for this one. And I will see you. It'll happen every day. It's very relevant to me. Give me a like and a subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one, maybe this afternoon. Have a good day.